So it just turned 12:30. This is a 45-minute class, 5 blocks of work. We have a pretty short warm up, about 3.5, 4 minutes. And then we get into cardio block, strength block, core block in the middle, cardio block, totally different cardio movements, and finishing with strength block, totally different strength movements. Everything we do within the block is 45 seconds in duration, and we go through that 2 times. So once you've done it twice, you will not see it again. So that's the beauty of that. I, in the beginning, am not going to use a mat. If you need a mat for hands, or if you need any sort of modification at all, just hang on. I'm usually pretty good about giving mods pretty quickly. But if for some reason I've missed you, just again, air traffic control, let me know. And last but not least, I've got one more folks coming in. So I'm just going to type in the chat for you, Dawn, today's information. Okay, we shall start. So playlist is not on yet. Let's stand up tall, bring our feet nice and wide apart, soften the knees, take the arms, reach them up, and lean over to the right. Good, inhale through center, lean over to the left, inhale through center, place the hands on the hips, and fold your way forward. So I'm just turning to my side so you can see me. Tuck your chin and roll your way to stand. We'll do that one more time. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, we'll lean to the left first. Inhale through center. Exhale, lean to the right second. Inhale through center. Exhale, place the hands right on the hips here and fold your way forward. So you can feel your back is flat and your hips are sticking back and out, but you're also supporting the hips. Tuck the chin, round your spine, and roll your way to stand. Shake it all off. Keiko, all you need today is a mat and 8s. I know you just popped in, so it should be in the chat right for you here. Are we ready? Say yes. Yes. Type, if you're using my playlist, we're all gonna hit play as a team in 3, 2, 1, hit it. Good, once you've hit play, come back to your mat, short warm up as prescribed. We're basically gonna go through a lot of the movement that we're doing in the class. So we're gonna start with our feet about shoulder width apart, soften the knees, come for a squat, lift your hips up, and rise to stand. So there is a little bit of a coordination thing going on. Hands maybe come to the toes, lift your hips, and rise to stand. Don't worry about the beat of the music here. I'm squatting down, so I'm bending my knees a lot. Maybe my fingertips come to my toes, straightening the legs, and then rise to stand. One more time, nice and slow. Squat down, weights in the heels, hands come towards the toes, lift the hips, and rise to stand. Good, let's go into some half jacks. One of my favorite things to do in a warm-up because we really hit that frontal plane. So if overhead movement really bothers the shoulder, say for example you have a shoulder impingement, you could do this right at shoulder height. I know it's not the same joint action, but that's okay. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come into a curtsy with the right foot. Bring the knee up. Curtsy and knee. Just go for a couple of these. So I'm pressuring into that gluteal of the left. Switch the sides, curtsy on the left foot, bring the knee in. Yes, I use my exhale to drive away from gravity's pull here. Give me 2 more. Last one. Place your hands on the mat or floor. Step it back to a half, excuse you, Boomer. Step it back to like just a little runner's lunge here. And then we're gonna bring the foot forward and rise. Let's do it on the other side. Watch out, Umi. Step it back, bring it in and rise. From the side, it looks like this. My hands are on the floor. I step the right foot back. I bring it in, I rise it up. Then I do the other side. Left foot back. Bring it in and rise it up. One more time, both sides. Hands to the floor. Right foot back. Step it in, rise it up. Last time. Left foot back, step it in, rise it up. I have a little coordination for us here. Forward, tap, forward, tap, forward, tap, forward, tap, forward, tap, forward, tap. So you're bringing your shin in front of the knee. Yes. Get a little bouncy with it if you so choose. We've got 4 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last bit of our warm-up. Step the right foot back into that lunge position, but bend your right knee. So you're tucking your seat, okay? Then from here, arms up into a goalpost. I twist over to my left. I lean to my left. Do it again. Twist left. Lean left, stay low in the legs. Last time, twist left, lean left, rise it up and switch. I'll show this to you from the side. Back knee is bent, knee underneath the hip. Now I twist to the right, I lean to the right. Twist and lean. Last one, and lean. Good, shake it all off. If you need anything, now's the right time to grab it. Say, for example, you just got in a little bit late, you don't know what we need. I'm using 8s. I'm using a yoga mat. I am wearing shoes. You can choose to or to not wear shoes. The choice is yours. First thing we're doing is cardio, 4 movements. All you need is yourself, okay? So we're gonna get started here in about 15 seconds, a little bit less, way less. We're starting with a single leg curtsy. So balance on the left foot. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. I go into the curtsy. I bring the knee in. Now, if I want to go hard, I'm going to straighten that leg out. Okay, come with me here. So from the side, I take it back, but my upper body stays perpendicular. I bring my toe to meet my hand, maybe, perhaps out to the outside. So a lot of weight and a lot of bending and extending in the knee of the left foot. Yes. Little over halfway done. Left leg already talking to you. What do you think is exercise 2? Other side. Yep. 8 seconds. I can feel that whole leg firing up. Give me 1 more on the left. And let's switch. Right leg plants. Left leg takes it across the hip. Bring it in. Optional, I bend the knee. That shorter lever is going to be easier on the heart and easier on the muscles. So do what feels attainable for the whole duration of 45 seconds. Everything's 45. I like to have my opposite hand out to my side, so I'm able to find that stability with the counterbalance of the arm. 15 more seconds. Make sure you're grounding down through the heel of that stable leg, right leg. 3, 2, 1. Okay, heels come to the seat, arms in front of you, big circles. So, Mandee, I'm not jumping. Can you still do this low impact? Yes, you're drawing your circle here, all the way overhead. It's like you're driving this big bus and you're just sliding your palms along the whole big steering wheel in front of your face. Feel free to travel around the room, but think about your breath and posture as you move. You're almost there, just 8 more seconds. 1 more thing to do before we get our 30-second rest. Earn it. 3, 2, we did a little of this in the warm-up. Hands come to the floor. Step your left foot back, bring it in and rise. Left now is the right. Come with me, a little quicker. Right. So on the second round, maybe I actually pick up my foot. But for right now, we're just trying to get used to the idea of loading the hands, stepping back, squeezing to rise. It's like training wheels for a single leg burpee. Oh, maybe that's what we'll be doing. This is 2 and time. Okay, so now you know what's going on in cardio block 1. No surprises. I'll give you ways to make it easier. I'll give you ways to make it more difficult. Right now, you're allowing that heart rate to come back down. Take a couple of sips or a couple of breaths, or both. We got, go about 5 seconds. 3, 2, plant the right foot, left. So how to make this harder this time? I move a little faster and I put the hand behind the ear on the right. So when I come to meet, maybe I curl my upper body a little to that sliding leg out to the side, my abduction. Right? So I feel a little oblique, but I'm also keeping that chest nice and long. 5 seconds left. You won't do this again today. 3, 2, switch your legs. Curtsy, legs straight, could be bent, could be a combo. We all are coming from different walks of life and ability, so don't feel the pressure to do what I'm doing or what somebody else on the screen might be doing, but rather what feels good to you. So that hand would be behind the ear of the left as I find that single balance on the left foot. Yeah. A lot of work in that hamstring, also the quad. I'm having to flex that hip. 3, 2, and 1. Butt kickers, big circles. So again, if there's any sort of shoulder stuff going on, my circle could be lower, right? It could be smaller. So it could be here, it could be here, or it could be a little higher up, and maybe you draw, keeping those shoulder blades all the way down. So notice if you're doing one of these with your shoulders, you want a lot of space between the ear and the top of the shoulder head. You got 9 more seconds. Glute kicks always get that heart rate up. Super simple, super effective. We don't need to complicate the matter. 2 and 1. Remember, variation number 1 is I place my hands, I step my right foot back, I bring it in and I rise. Second option, I go a little harder, right? Hands come to the floor. I step it back. Oops, I messed that up. I hands to the floor, I jump it back. I jump it in and switch. Jump it back, jump it in. It's a lot harder, right? There's a lot more core that has to happen here. Step it or jump it back. I keep forgetting that I have to jump it back. Jump it back. It's a Monday brain thing. Then I switch my feet. Jump it back, jump it in. Less is more. Take care of yourself. This feels weird in a joint, don't do it. That's time. Okay, so you won't see that again. Rest. 60 seconds before we move into the second block. In the strength block, you'll need your set of dumbbells. If you don't have them, pretend. Otherwise, grab a couple soup cans, something around your house if you've got it, something with some weight to it, preferably around 5 pounds, 8 pounds-ish. So while you get yourselves set up, you're gonna grab your dumbbells to start. I'm gonna demo some things for you in the rest period. You have about 20 seconds left. So place your weights to the side of your mat. You may want a mat for your hands. My hands are gonna be in this position. I'm gonna bend the elbows out and down and then switch the hands. Mandee, could I be on my knees? Yes, I could. So I'm gonna demonstrate this first on my knees, right? So I'll show this to you a little from the side. Timer starts in 3, 2, I've got my left arm forward, my right hand underneath my shoulders, I bend, and then I switch the hands. Remember, the knees can come down. Maybe I pop up into plank for the switch. My hands are about shoulder width apart, meaning they're not super narrow, they're a little wider than my chest cavity. One hand is about alignment with my eyebrow, the other hand is right in alignment with my chest, so that I get optimal press from the chest group. So I'm lowering the knees on this first set so I can do this deeply and with good posture. Don't let your hips dip. You're done in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, so from here, kneeling position, upright. So I'm off of my hips. I have an upright row, flip the palms, overhead military press, come back down. So if overhead work is not feeling good on the shoulders, just do the upright row. From the side, body is straight. Pull, inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, pull, inhale to flip the palms. Exhale, overhead press. You're almost there. And press. Good, let's finish right there. Next up on the list, we're gonna rise to stand up tall. Weights in front of the chest, turn your toes out. Slow lower into sumo. Lift your heels, lower the heels, and slow rise. I want you to go as slow as you can. Inhale to lower. At the depth, lift those heels, pause for a second, and rise up. Showing this to you from a little bit of a diagonal here. My hips drop straight down. Heels lift, heels lower, and I squeeze to rise. The weights are right in front of my heart. I could make this harder by pushing the weights forward on the heel pop. That's an option I'll show you in set 2. 3, 2, 1. Good, find a chair pose here. Squeeze your legs together, bend both elbows, kick them back. Showing this to you head on, feet and knees together, kick your triceps. So the only joint that's moving in this position is my elbow joint. Go slow, you got 25 seconds left. From the back, notice how my arms aren't dragging out to the sides. They're squeezing towards the midline of my body, towards my spine. That's my goal, right? But I'm not perfect. Sure, they probably looked a little uneven, right? That's okay. 3, 2, that's time. Rise up, drop off the weights for a moment, rest. You get 30 seconds. Now, in the second round, maybe you progress weight. Maybe you don't. You know, let's listen to what your body needs. I'll show you again how to do the push-ups, how to do everything well. I don't know about you, but I sweat a lot more with weights. So that's just me. Bring your weights with you down to your mat because you'll need them for the second activity. We're going in 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and 1. Okay, so one hand in front of the next. Feet nice and wide apart. Bend the elbows, press. Switch the arms, bend the elbows. So one hand is underneath my chest. The other hand is in alignment with my eyebrows. So it's essentially a single arm push-up with an assistant, right? This is my assistant. This is my star, okay? And I just switch back and forth. Do as many as you feel confident doing on your toes or on your knees. Take little breaks as need be. You're there in 8, 7, 6. Give me one more push-up for the day. And come into that kneeling position, upright. So you're off the shins, upright row, turn the palms, overhead press. Mandee, the weights are too heavy for me to do them bilaterally. Do one arm and then switch. So this is a way to make it a little easier, right? One arm gets a lot of rest time while the other arm gets its opportunity to work. Are you bracing your abdominals? Are you squeezing your seat? Check in on those 2 aspects. See if you can start to really pull the rib cage in. Careful you're not leaning back on the overhead press. You got time for one more. 3, 2, and 1. Stand your way up. Weights come in front of the chest. Turn your toes out. Drop low, slow. Lift your heels, maybe reach the arms. Drop the heels and rise. Squeeze the seat. Inhale, lower. How long can you stay in that low position? Drop the heels and squeeze. Think of this 45 seconds as doing the less amount of squatting that you can, the least amount. You got 15 more seconds. Can you go slowly enough to make that whole 15? Forgot the heel pop. that whole rep. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last bit. Feet together, knees together. The lower the legs, the harder the work, the more of the hinge, the more work on the upper body, back arm. So the tricep, right? Right here. That's the group we're working. I'm dropping into my legs. I'm squeezing my legs together. I'm pushing my arms behind my hips and up. Shoulders are back and down. How high can you lift those arms? How slow can you go? Again, we're looking for quality movement over quantity of repetition. We won't do another triceps kickback today. 5 seconds. Neck nice and long. You're looking down at your toes. 2, and that is time. That's a 60-second recovery. Okay, so strength block number 1 is over. 2 blocks in our rear view, 3 blocks remain. Our next block is going to be our core block. We're starting standing. We do use weight and then we don't use weight. Let me just look at this. Oh, right. Okay. So we only use the weight for, actually I'm totally lying. There's no weight. I was like, hold on. I remember I thought I made a core exercise. No, I changed it. So good news is just your body and a mat. You might want a mat underneath you. Okay, so we go in about 15 seconds. I'm going to demonstrate for you what's happening. Left foot will be forward. Right foot's going to be back. You're like, Mandy, this seems like something we did in the warm-up. It does because it literally is. So my hands come into this goalpost position. I'm going to twist over to my left and lean over to my left. Starting in 3, in 2. Find your split squat. Hold. Here we go. Twist and lean. Stay low in the legs, twist. You're only twisting and leaning to one side. Here's why. The next exercise is the other side. So if you're alternating or you're switching your feet, don't do that. Just stay put. Part of the work is that burnout of the legs. You got 15 more seconds. Can you bend into that right knee and squeeze into that right seat muscle just a little more? 4, 3, 2, switch the feet, bend the knees, twist over that left side, lean. So right foot is forward. I think I just said left, I meant right. So I'm twisting over the front thigh. That's my right thigh here. And I'm leaning over the right side. It's okay if you have this leg forward and you're twisting, it's fine. Might feel a little weird, but next round you'll get a chance to do this the other way. So all is not lost. You're super close, 10 more seconds. Good, big side stretch, right? So I'm working the obliques, I'm working my rectus abdominis, also working the legs. That is time. Okay, so we're gonna come on down to the forearms here. Feet about shoulder width apart. So don't be shy about how wide the feet are. I'm going to shift my weight forward and back. So think of this as flexing and pointing the toes. Imagine you're a saw and you're sawing an imaginary log underneath your navel. So you're not letting your hips dip at all. Showing this to you from a little bit of a diagonal here for the last 15 seconds. Pull it forward onto the toes. Back, sending energy through the heels. Inhale and exhale, done in 5, 4, 3, 2, come on down. Okay, take a seat on your mat. Bring your feet about mat width apart, so not super wide. Bring the arms out to the sides. From here, I'm gonna twist over to my right, lean and touch my right pinky toe. Reach up back with my left arm. Reach, twist. I'm having a hard time with left and right today. Reach with the left arm, look back towards the right palm. Rise, twist, and lean. So the heels are not moving. Showing this to you from a different angle here. Twist, reach, and rise. Twist, reach. Turn that back palm up like you're going for a sweet low 5. 3, 2, and time. Okay. What I love about Pilates saw, which is what we just did, is it's a little post-exhaustion of those arms. especially after doing all the arms in the previous block. So that's your core block. We start back up to the top. Now, some of you are like, I could totally use my weights for this. I have 8s, that's a little aggressive, but I'll try it, you know. Don't want to say no to everything, right? So left foot forward, right foot back. Bend the right knee, and here we go. I twist over to the left. I lean over to the left. Wow, big difference. Twist and lean. So my back knee is bent. My front knee tracking directly over the front heel. Twist and lean. Ooh, I feel that. It's a good feeling. 15 more seconds to go. Can you drop even lower into the legs? Yes, twist and lean. If you have weights right now, I want you to keep them, switch the legs, and let's do the other side. Here we go. I twist over that right thigh. I lean to the right. I twist over. So I'm struggling with my balance right now. If I move too quickly, the weights really want to kind of bully me around here. 25 more seconds. Listen, I'm burning too. I desperately want to rise and put the weights down, but I'm going to make myself stay here. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You're almost there. 10 more seconds. Bend that knee. If you're shaking, you're doing it right. Breathe in. 5, 4, last time. 3, 2, rise. Okay, come on down to the floor. Drop the weights off. Forearm plank. Feet nice and wide apart. If I want to make this harder, I bring my feet closer together for less stability. Inhale our way forward. Exhale back. Mandee, am I squeezing my seat? Yes. Really important that you're tucking your seat and you're pulling your abdominals in to fill out your lower back. So if this is just feeling a lot of lower back, hold a forearm plank still. That is a great start before we do all this nonsense with the shoulders. This is 10 seconds. Use that breath with a lot of power and energy. You're there in 4, 3, 2, come on down to your seat. Feet a little bit narrower. Why would that be harder? Because it's going to be harder for me to reach for those toes. Twist, reach, rise. Go slow, twist, reach back and reach forward. You're doing 2 different things at the same time. Shh. We're a little over halfway done with our workout. How you feeling? Speaking of halfway, we're just at the halfway mark here. You got 20 more seconds on the saw. Notice if your hips are doing a lot of rocking, if your heels are doing a lot of rocking, try to keep everything grounded, squeeze the seat. There in 9. How far can you reach? There in 4, 3, you're getting your minute rest in 2. That's time, okay? So we've completed 3 blocks now. We've got 2 blocks remaining. We start with cardio. So for this next block, there's going to be an option to use our weights for the last 2 things. So for me, instead of having my weights on the floor, I'm just going to move them up onto my desk so I know where they're located, because that's how people get hurt. You're moving around, you're going to see where your weights are. In the warm-up, I had us do a little curtsy stuff that's coordination based. So I'm going to come forward. So see how I'm crossing my hip? That's what we did in the warm-up without that little hop in the middle. So if you're not jumping today, you would just curtsy, step, curtsy. That's exercise 1, and it starts in 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's try this. Hop, switch, hop, switch. Try to get your torso involved in it. Showing this to you from the side. Cross, center, center, cross, center, center, cross. Why would I make you do something coordinating this late in the game? Body gets tired, mind has to kick on a little bit more. It's good for us. 15 seconds. We got 1 more non-loaded activity. Then we're gonna move into 2 loaded activities with our dumbbell. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Find a hinge position with your feet about shoulder width apart. I'm gonna punch one arm forward and back. Palm up on the back arm, palm down on the front arm. The position is hard and it's upper body cardio. In Pilates, this is called Pilates Boxing. So if you're a Pilates person, you may have seen this or even done it before. You got 9 seconds. Feet nice and wide apart, back stays flat. You're there in 3, 2, grab a single dumbbell. Single dumbbell, that's all you need. Bring it right in front of the hips. Turn your feet slightly out, squat and swing. So Mandee, this is too easy. Then just do one arm. I'll let you know when to switch. So this could be a single arm swing with a lot of bend in the knees. It could be a double arm with 1 dumbbell. And if you're doing a single arm switch with me, you got 20 seconds. There's a lot of seat action here. Sounds like a Friday night to me. Pull your belly button in. You're there in 7. 1 more thing left to do. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, grab your second dumbbells. Like I knew I was missing something. So bring your feet together. We're gonna start curling those arms. And then we're gonna add a little tap. So it's cardio, low impact, with a hammer curl, which is loaded movement, but it's 1-1 tempo. So it does require a significant amount of inhale and exhale. You've got 15 more seconds. Remember, we'll get a chance to do this again. So it's the learning phase and the tweak phase. Just a few more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, drop off the dumbbells. That's set 1. Let's everybody grab a quick sip of water. Okay, super close. 1 more set, then we move into our final block. The break between sets is super short. You got 9 seconds left. We're gonna start with that front curtsy and tap. A little coordinated. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Low impact version. For example, like, oh my gosh, this hurts my joints. I step in front, I step in front. I could move quicker than this, but there's no both feet leaving the floor hopping sensation so that the joints don't feel any sort of pressure. A lot easier on the heart as well. Otherwise, little tapping if I want to move quicker, that's gonna make it harder. You got 12 more seconds. 1 more non-loaded activity. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Find yourself in that hinge position. Punch, switch, punch. Maybe on the beat, right? So right now you see my body, I'm looking 45 angle. I could make it harder by bringing it into that 90. Maybe the feet are together. This would be harder, right? Less stability. Front palm down, back palm up. So I'm getting a little post-exhaustion of the triceps group. Pretty great, right? Yes, Mandee, I'm loving it. 8, 7, 6. We grab both of our weights for our swing. 2 and time. I'm gonna pick up both of my 8s. I'm gonna do a double arm swing. There's lots of bend here. Right in front of that heart. Use your hips. Push the energy forward. My chest stays lifted. I stay forward. Drive away from the ground. Halfway there. You got 22 more seconds. Keep those arms together. Keep pushing your weights together. Work your chest. Post-exhaustion, that chest group. Yes. 9 seconds. You can do it. Got one more piece of cardio with these dumbbells. Lateral tap, hammer curl in 5, 4, push it, 3, 2, step your feet together, tap and switch. Dumbbell swings. Take it out of me every time. Tap, switch, tap. I am moving on the beat. Feels good to be in sync with this track. And if you're not, it's okay. You're working at your level. You showed up for yourself today. You got 15 more seconds. Curl it to the collarbone. So it's medial grip. You're getting those biceps, tearing them muscles up. This is good. 3, 2, and 1. Set the dumbbells down, rest. Now we will need the dumbbells for our last block of work. But right now, we cheers. We've come this far. 4 movements left. We do them 2 times, everything 45 seconds. First thing you're doing is 2-sided. We'll need our mat, we'll need our dumbbells. So in this interim of time, feel free to rest. You need 1 dumbbell for the beginning. So I'm just gonna set dumbbell down here. And I'll show this to you from the side. So I'm rowing with my right arm. My left toes are driving into the ground. So my left toes stay on the floor. We're not starting yet. You got about 15 seconds. You're gonna give me a wide grip row. Okay? Mandy, what if this feels too easy? Grab your second dumbbell, do a double arm, or do a double row with your double weights, okay? All right, so we go now. Left hand on the floor, left leg extends, right hand has the dumbbell, wide grip row. Here we go. Listen. Every time you lift that weight, use your breath. Extend your left knee to the sky, flex through that left quadricep. You're looking down at your hand that's pushing the ground away from you. Your knee of the right is down, so you've got optimal stability on that right side of the body. Just a few more seconds on the right. Good news is it's not a lot of learning here. We move over to the left side in 8 seconds. Right, so you can take little breaks for as long or as short as you want throughout. I'm just turning myself around, getting ready for the other side. Timer in 2 and 1. Switch it to the left. Pull and release. My palm is facing down towards my thigh. That gives me my wide grip row. Make sure that the elbow joint of the right arm is not locking out. So we want to keep that soft and springy. Right? Are you breathing? What's going on with the back of your neck? Are you looking up at the screen? Can you turn your computer or turn your angle of the body so you can look to the side like I am to you? Good. 9 more seconds left. Couple more rows. I don't know about you, my left arm, a lot harder to do. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Flip it over onto your back. You need both of your dumbbells for this one. You're going to find yourself with your arms over your chest, your hips lift. Take the left arm, reach it overhead, pull it back through center, then take the right arm overhead and pull it back through center. So I don't have the shoulder mobility to get my knuckles to the ground. So I just go as far as I can without compromising the remainder of my body. Now, if overhead work is not working for you, you're going to keep your weights here, pull them towards the thighs and over towards the eyebrows. So this is the modification. Both arms move together. Otherwise, we're alternating arms overhead for 3, 2, and 1. Set your dumbbells on your hips. Hold the dumbbells there. Lower and lift your hips up all the way down, all the way up. Listen, pretty simple, pretty effective. Why would I do an isometric bridge before doing the moving bridge? To get those hamstrings working right away, to get the glutes working right away. And then this bridge pulse thing is like a total burner. So really squeeze your hips to the sky, heels drive into the floor. You've got 12 seconds. Chest nice and lifted here. Broad collarbones. 4, 3, 2. Set the hips down, remove the weights. Take a moment, bring your knees into your chest, give your back a little massage. So now you know everything we've got going on. We just have to do it all one more time, okay? So we're starting at the very beginning, at the top of this block, in just a moment. That's the bird dog wide grip row. You heard me mention a double, meaning I could put my weights together to make 16. And I'm gonna start with my left arm pressing. So right knee down, excuse me, left knee down, and away we go. Okay, so Mandy, what if I'm looking for a little more work? Well, here it is. I'm gonna extend the right leg as the left arm lifts. Notice if that changes anything in the back though. So if I'm doing a lot of this, come back to the toes on the floor. Otherwise it's wide grip row, straight leg lift. Toes point to the floor. So if your toes end up facing out, check in on the alignment of the hip there. I'm gonna turn to my side so you can see this other side here. Lifting and lowering at the same tempo. 3, 2, switch the leg, switch the arm. So I'll show this head on here. I extend the left toes. Maybe I lift the left leg with the right arm. Right? Showing this to you from that side angle a little bit. Right? Neck nice and long, back nice and flat. Keep pulling the navel in. 20 more seconds. We won't do another set of rows today, right? All we have left are pullovers and bridges. Yep, I'm sweating like the dickens here. Keep pulling it up and in. You got 9 seconds. 7. Woo! 3, 2, and 1. Come on down to your back. Last 2 efforts. Heels down, toes up. Take the left arm overhead and pull. Mandy, what if I want to make this just a little harder? Here is the progression. Left arm overhead, right to meet it, pull them back in. Right arm overhead, left to meet it, pull them back bilaterally. Left overhead, right to meet it, pull back through center. Right overhead, maybe left to meet it, pull back through center. Just 12 more seconds, just changing my angle so you can see what's going on here. Left overhead, right to meet it, pull. Go to a range of motion that feels accessible to you. This is my access point. You're there in 3, 2, set the hips on, or weights on the hips. This time, walk the toes so the toes are down. And we've got a heel pop. Single tempo bridge. So I'm changing the game on you if you're interested. My toes are down, my heels are up. I'm finding a nice little heel pop bridge. 1-1 tempo. Drive those hips, keep your head long. So the back of the neck, long on the floor. Done in 10. Finish line here in 9. Breathe in for 8. You've got it. 6, 5, 4. My legs are shaking 2. And that, my friend, is time. Set the dumbbells down, hug the knees in. Once the knees are in, hug the shins to the chest, nod your head to the right and left. Stay right here, just take another moment. Breathe. Slowly drop the knees over to your left. So I'm just gonna move my dumbbell out of the way, drop the knees to the left, look over the right shoulder, nice little spinal twist. Inhale back through center, and we'll drop the knees over to the right. So I'm looking over the shoulder of my left. And then I come back through center. Rise myself up to a seat. Bring the soles of my feet to meet, splay my knees open, and fold over the groin. So we did some curtsies and some triceps. We'll get those next. And then just to be really clean on time, we'll try to wrap this up in about 1 minute. If you need to leave early, I get it. Maybe I'll see you on Wednesday. That's a 30-minute class. Rise up. Okay, hamstrings, fold it forward, just feel that stretch. So you heard me mention we did curtsies, so we're gonna get the piriformis, and then we're gonna get our triceps. So let's do piriformis first. Take the right foot, cross it over the left thigh. Take the left arm, twist over to the side. Some of us don't feel the stretch as deeply as others, so if you need to, you can hug that knee in. That gives me more of a stretch along that IT band. Then I return through center, I switch our sides. Come over to the opposite. Maybe it's the elbow, maybe it's the wrap. I like the wrap personally. Everybody's different, so maybe it's the elbow for you. And then last but not least, however you want to sit. For me, I'm going to sit back onto the shins but curl my toes so I feel a little bit of a stretch through my quads. Take the left arm overhead. Push into the back of the head with the tricep. And then we're going to switch our arms. This is it. Last bit. Triceps stretch. Breathe into that tricep group and release the feet. Roll the shoulders, twist the torso, move it around, and we rise up. Let's all give each other a quick high five. Great work. Questions, let me know. My new YouTube video is out. It's a workout Wednesday, so for those of you that knew about that class type format, it's up there for you if you want to take class with me online this week. Otherwise, maybe I'll see you on Wednesday for the Forza class. And that's all I got for you. Stick around if you have questions. Donate if you can. If not, a post would be awesome. And I'll see you guys super soon. Thanks.